What y'all got for DDG?
That's the one where my age kind of caught up for me. I don't know all of the details with DDG.
So the latest is that his partner, Halle Bailey, or former partner, filed for solo custody, temporary physical and legal custody of their son, Halo. She says that DDG abused her both emotionally and physically. And because of those allegations, she has been granted that custody. Of course, the internet always has their opinions on what that means or the why of it. And I think there's a temporary, there's also a temporary restraining order where he has to remain over 100 yards away from both her and the baby. And that expires on the court hearing date, which is June 4th.
See, this is my thing. If he did those things, then get DDG the fuck out of here. But if he didn't do those things, there's a clear blueprint and pamphlet that's being handed out to women as how to railroad a nigga that they trying to railroad.
It's the easiest way.
If I want full custody, I don't want this nigga to see the kid. I want him to lose all rights and privileges. Then when I found this shit that I'm about to file, I'm about to say a whole bunch of nasty things. And when you get your lawyer, he'll tell you that those things are for public finding. So true or not, it's gonna read, hey, he did X, Y, and Z. And that's gonna make you look away. There's no way for an innocent man to win in this. I'm not speaking on whether he's innocent or not. I do not know.
I'm glad you said. I was gonna say my only thing is that it doesn't matter. The world's gonna hate. The world's gonna hate DDG. He's a monster. Fuck him. He needs to die. He needs to go away. And they're gonna go. And he has to go through all of this process. So for me, I just wish that we can get back to the place where we give. And it feels like it's a man thing. Like men, the due process of like finding all of the things rather than just automatically painting them as a bad picture. Cause to me, it's like we be with the shit sometimes too. We do it together. So, but for some reason, it's like with Bobby and Whitney. Everybody was like Bobby got on drugs, and after Whitney goes, and everybody's like,
turns out
Bobby was like, I was the lightweight. But it's like, look at how much Bobby's career suffered because they thought that he was that. So to me, it's like
niggas ain't weighing the risk when they dating Angel Face. She just angel face, beautiful, young, world loves her. Nobody would ever think that Angel Face could be on bullshit.
If that's the case.
If that's the case. And this is where, for me, the believe women conversation has to begin. And this is what I mean. Because people often hear when I say believe women, that means believe all women at all times under all circumstances. And that is not the case. For me, it is, though, let's begin from a presumption of honesty and innocence from the person making the claim. That same benefit should be given to men. It's just that's not usually a struggle,
That's
though.
not what we do.
So you know, if a dude calls and says certain things happen, we may be more inclined to buy it. You know, not the courts. I'm talking about us in our society. Courts don't listen to black men very often at all.
We don't either.
Right. And so when in this case, I would say, let's investigate. Let's find out what really happened. But if she says that she's been physically and emotionally abused, and emotional abuse can be more complicated too, because that can be, you know, that there's relationships, and every relationship to somebody who's probably saying they're being emotionally abused, right? I'm not to dismiss it, just say it's complicated. But if she says, this motherfucker's hitting me, and I feel unsafe, I don't want to begin from a presumption that she's not telling the truth. And I think what I'm seeing online is a lot of people beginning from that place, that this is spite, this is this. And again, I don't doubt that their relationship is wrong.
That's what you see? I see that.
Because
I see what Mark's saying.
There's too many situations, Mark, there's too many situations of women crying wolf, Mark. There's too many situations of women crying wolf. And these things keep coming out. So it's hard for you to just look at somebody and say, oh, she's completely innocent. You know what I mean? When
I think statistically, sorry, Stefan, there's probably more cases of domestic violence than there are.
Yes, that's back in the days.
It's not back in the days. It's right now.
No, wait, stop. Because y'all do this a lot, and then it cuts. Give me a second.
Finish it off.
I'm not talking about the domestic violence issue. I'm talking about right now on the internet. On the internet currently, there are a lot of false reports that's happening against men and men that are in position. They're finding it is happening currently. Domestic violence, of course, is still going on. Of course, from back in the days, women hide it, they're scared to leave. They end up going back home, and a lot of things, the worst things happen to them. I'm not negating that. I'm just saying right now, with social media being involved, there are a lot of cases that's coming out where people are lying Women are lying on men. I just want to make that part clear.
I would like to add to Flip's point, but I want to take the focus off of the women and put it on the attorneys of women. Like,
it's big business right now.
That's where a lot of the shit that the attorneys come in and say, what are you trying to get done? This is the way to get that done. The attorneys come in and encourage certain things to be said on these reports, especially if it's a man with some type of clout or power.
Hey, we just talked about, you just brought it up, Wayne kicking old girl out the house.
Yeah.
What if she went to a lawyer first before the internet?
I do you
And
one
then it
better
comes
than
out.
Mark just said the other day, yo. Some of the things that come along with Tony Busby, I look at with a different eye.
Yes.
Well, why do we look at it with a different eye? Because we know that there's attorneys out there that's playing certain games and using people, most times women, as pawns to get their shit off. That should not negate the women that this actually happens to.